Welcome to Catavlog 22, October 2025. I'm not really fond about this time of year. I probably said that a year ago. The clocks have just changed and it's dark so much of the time now. Um, yeah, it's GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, rather than British Summer Time when the hours ahead, and it now gets dark 5 o'clock or before. Um, and I suppose I'm uh, I'm in a better place than I was about a year ago, but I um, the way the world is pretty awful, and it's a struggle to know what to do about that. Apart from I'm cheered up that there are protests and things. There are, um, you know, the there are. And I suppose one of the things that I really like in the UK is the fact that the new Green Party leader um, argues very well, seems to be attracting a lot of support, um, and that is my kind of politics. Um, I'm not going to talk too much about politics. There's this whole thing about um, extending the boycott of actors because of who they of a particular author that they seem to be supporting by participating in their audio books and in a new television series. And this whole group of actors, I'm not going to mention any of them by name. I'm not going to go into the details. I'm not even really sure what to do about this whole thing, so I'm keeping well out of it as a whole. My main strategy is just to not talk about those people. So, I probably because I do film reviews, I might not be able to boycott them completely because their names they are actors, they will appear in the films I watch, and, um, I already avoid quite a lot of horror films because I'm fairly squeamish. I've got OCD, I've got all these sort of anxieties. I do want to see a broad range of films, and I don't really want to restrict what I see. And so, because I'm trying to review films, I'm trying not to boycott them, but I am trying to avoid talking, giving, publicising the names of people who are um, not very good people, very people who are not very thoughtful because of what they're doing. Now, I'm not because I'm not going to name those people. What I'm going to say is going to be a bit more convoluted, but say one example is I gather the creators of the Cornetto trilogy and Spaced, or one of the characters, one of the actors from Spaced, no, two of the actors in Spaced, but not the two main protagonists, one of the main protagonists appears to be, I mean, he's on the list of people on this boycott list because of his support or his participation in the new ventures that are going to attract money to a particular author who is funding a campaign which will, if it succeeds, will remove the human rights of a very marginalised group in society, and so that is pretty despicable. So I don't know. I mean, in a way, I mean, it's I'm very disappointed. Um, I don't, I don't know what to do. I mean, there are other characters, and um, I've read a lot on social media, and these actors are, as some other people would put it, are dead to them, and in a way they're dead to me. But they will still appear in films, and I don't know what to do about that. I could try and boycott all new films by all these people from now on, because um, a small amount. I mean, because films involve a lot of actors. Um, if I just every single film that appears, I avoid it just because that actor's in it. Um, and most people not just like give up on seeing films. I think that because there's such a long, I noticed it was quite a long list, and it just feels kind of overwhelming. And yet, I do not want to argue against this boycott. I think it's a good idea, and ideally, it would be good. It's not going to be um, that effective if it's only 1% of the population who participate in it. Um, I hope I'm making myself clear with all this. It's complicated. Um, but for the moment, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it apart from if anyone has any suggestions. I mean, apart from boycott the lot, just give up on going to the cinema, give up on films, or really restrict the number of films I see from now on. That's how it feels. Or something along the lines of just um, one thing I do like is actually um, amplifying and supporting people who are actually doing good, and um, people like Sabrina Carpenter, who has donated to a trans charity. Um, People like Chapel Roan. There's a few people, singers that are good actors, and I'd rather focus on the positive. So that's my aim, and whether that's good enough, I don't know. Um, as I said recently, I'm planning to diversify the content I produce on here, but I'm still working on that at the moment, and it's a difficult time of year. I think for the moment, I'm going to. I'm in the planning stage. I'm going to just take as much time as I can to make reasonable content. And I appreciate any feedback, constructive criticism, and feedback that will help me produce better content. That's the aim. So, I hope you have a good month ahead. Hope you had a good month. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please like if you like this review. Hit the notification button. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.